Hi ELD, it's Miss Roberts. I am really excited to see you guys today, and I'm so excited about what we're learning because this is really important with what's going on in the world right now. Today, we're going to think about how do we stop illnesses. A lot of you know that we're at home because of an illness, and so it's really important that we are being safe and thinking, how do we stop from getting sick? So we're going to talk about that today. Our goal is I can use imperative verbs and conjunctions to give advice about good hygiene and how to avoid getting sick. Hygiene just means do you smell good? Have you been washing your body? Are you sneezing into your elbow? So hygiene is how we are and if we're healthy or not. So we're going to use imperative verbs in conjunction to give some advice. Yesterday, you guys talked and used the phrase, make sure you when giving advice. When you're doing that, you're using imperative verbs. Imperative verbs are a command. So if your teacher says, sit down, they're using an imperative verb to tell you to do something. Stop talking, that's an imperative verb because it's a command. So today, we're going to use these imperative verbs to give advice to people. Before we do that, though, let's watch a little bit about imperative verbs.
Imperative verbs, do as you're told. Imperative verbs, sit in the cold. Imperative verbs, fly a kite. Imperative verbs, sleep all night. Imperative verbs, run to the shop. Imperative verbs, climb to the top. Imperative verbs, grow a beard like a wizard. Imperative verbs, lick your lips like a lizard. Imperative verbs, bossy, 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 bossy. 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 Imperative verbs, stroke the cat. Imperative verbs, steal the hat. Imperative verbs, row your boat. Imperative verbs, ride the goat. Imperative verbs, build a house. Imperative verbs, squeak like a mouse. Imperative verbs, wish upon a star. Imperative verbs, sit on the car. Imperative verbs, bossy, 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 bossy. Imperative verbs, bossy, 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 bossy.
Okay, ELD, we're going to pause there. It's saying bossy because imperative verbs are commands. You can use imperative verbs all the time. You can use them on your brother or sister. You can use them on your dog or your cat. You can use them on your parents. It's just giving somebody a command. Today, we're going to really think, how do we fight germs? So germs are really small little things. We can't punch a verb. We can't smack a verb. A germ, not a verb. We can't smack a germ, but we can fight these germs in different ways. I see in this picture a lot of different ways to fight germs. So he is sneezing and I see a tissue. Maybe he could stop the germs from flying everywhere by using the tissue. She's eating vegetables, which are healthy, which makes her body feel good, which is another way to fight germs. He's washing his hands with soap and water to fight the germs. Today, we're going to use imperative verbs to give advice on fighting these germs. Sometimes giving advice can sound a little bossy. You really like to give advice to people who are asking for advice. You don't want to go around giving advice to people who maybe don't really want it, but you can give advice to be helpful. We're going to give advice, though, on how to avoid getting sick. This is so important right now with everybody not everybody, but some people getting sick. So it's good for us to give advice to make sure people are healthy. We can give advice to our family, to our friends, to ourselves to make sure that we can stay healthy and keep everything clean. Our question today is, how can I keep from getting sick? One piece of advice you could give someone from not getting sick is to wash your hands. You should wash your hands before you eat and definitely after you use the bathroom. Think about how gross that is. If you go to the bathroom and then you don't wash your hands, you want to make sure you get soap all over your hands and then run it under water to fight those germs and get them off your hands. We'll watch a little bit of a video about how to wash our hands. Okay, let's see.
Time to go to lunch, Moby. Let's go. It's taco day. Oh, right.
I'm thinking she's about to go eat food. What advice could I give her? Well, I know that she just touched a hamster. She should not touch a hamster and then go touch her sandwich. My advice for her, I would say, wash your hands. I'm using an imperative verb to give her a command to wash her hands.
I have to wash my hands first. Thanks for reminding me, Moby. Why do you have to wash your hands? We touch lots of stuff every day, like when we play. Even if your hands don't look dirty, they still collect germs.
Remember, germs are little, it's hard to see them, but even if we can't see them, that doesn't mean they're not there.
Germs are icky stuff you can't see, and they can make you sick. A lot of kids touch the same things, so the stuff you touch collects germs from everyone. Germs can get inside your body, through your eyes, or through your mouth. If there are germs on your hands, then you can spread them to other people. But if you wash your hands, you can kill germs and help keep you and everyone around you healthy.
So she's giving us some good advice to wash our hands. We're going to keep going and think, what other advice could we give? So our question is, how can I keep from getting sick? Before we practice the sentence, maybe stretch it out a little bit. Shake it out. Move your body a little. Okay, let's get back to learning. So how can I keep from getting sick? Well, we just learned that one piece of advice we could give is to wash your hands after you use the bathroom. Say it. Great, you use an imperative verb of wash your hands. We could give some more advice. Wash your hands after you play with toys. Say it. Good. Wash your hands after you sneeze. Say it. Good. I can see that this is giving us a good example of sneezing into our elbow or a tissue, not out in the open or into our hand. I like to think of a sneeze like a dab. I'm dabbing to sneeze. Wash your hands before you eat. Say it. Great. Wash fruits and veggies before you eat them. Say it. Good. Fruits and vegetables have germs on them too. And when we get them from the store, other people might have touched them or they might have chemicals on them. It's so important that we wash them before we eat them. Now that we've given some advice on before and after when to wash our hands, now we're going to use this conjunction when. Conjunction is a linking word. So you're linking two different actions. Today we're going to link two actions to give some advice about how to keep from getting sick. So think about this. I'm going to use my imperative verb or my command, wear a jacket when it's cold outside. So I'm suggesting that you put a jacket on when it's cold. These are happening at the same time. Good. Say the sentence. Nice. Use a tissue when you have a runny nose. Say it. Good. I'm using the conjunction when to put these two ideas together. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. Think, what's the imperative verb? You're right. It's cover your mouth. That's the command. Think, what's the conjunction? You're right. It's when. When is linking these two ideas together. Cover your mouth when you cough. Say it. Great job. Drink water when you're thirsty. Say it. Nice. Now think, what's the imperative verb? You're right. It's drink water. That's our action or our command. And the conjunction is when. You should drink water when you're thirsty. Drink water when it's hot outside. Say it. Good. So we can think about this when we're trying to stay healthy. And you can think about this when you're singing our songs to make sure that people are healthy. It would sound like this. Wear a jacket when it's cold, when it's cold. Wash your hands before you eat, Use a tissue when you sneeze, Drink water when you're thirsty, Stay safe, Stay clean, Healthy, living. These are all commands. I want you to practice some of these before you go and write your sentences. So I want you to think, how can you use before in a sentence? Say your sentence out loud. Your sentence could have sounded like this. Wash your hands before you eat. Now I want you to use after. Think about it. Say it. It could have sounded like this. Wash your hands after you sneeze. Awesome. I want you to practice with some of these conjunctions as well. Think about what sentence would make sense and say it. It could sound like this. Wear a sweater when it's cold outside. When it's cold, I should wear a sweater. Think about how you could use a tissue. Say it. It could sound like this. Use a tissue when you have a runny nose. How about cover your mouth? Think about a sentence that would make sense. Now use that conjunction when and say it. It could sound like this. Cover your mouth when you cough. We don't want those germs going everywhere. I want you to try drink water. Say it. It could sound like this. Drink water when it's hot outside. All of those sentences made sense. I used my conjunction when to put two ideas together that make sense. Today, you're going to write your imperative verbs if you're in second grade. Use your imperative verbs with before and after and when in your exit ticket. Don't forget, second grade, that your exit ticket is in the Google Classroom. Make sure you go to your Google Classroom. First grade, great job. Maybe you could practice writing some sentences and send some pictures to your teachers. Great job today. I hope you do what you can to stay healthy. Bye, ELD.